As far as a mortgage foreclosure or as far as obtaining a short sale, does the average person out there, do they need a lawyer, or can it something they can do themselves?
Well, oftentimes, I find that that's kind of like saying, do you need an expert chef to cook a hamburger? Well, in one sense of the word, no, you don't. But if you want an excellent product without any question, something that's superlative, then I personally think having a lawyer to help you, to guide you through, to make sure the documents are right, to make sure they've not slipped something in on you, I think is very, very important. It is the kind of thing that, unfortunately, like a lot of other things, you won't know for sure until a couple of years go by. So to my way of thinking, having a lawyer for something that important and something that significant to you that has long-range effect on you, I think is appropriate and important.
And when a typical client comes to you and says, Colonel, they are foreclosing on my house, I'd like to have you represent me in that mortgage foreclosure defense, what do you lay out to them as far as what it is that you might hope to accomplish, and what is it that they think that they would like to accomplish?
Well, one of the important things there is you must know something about your client. You must find out what their situation is. You got to find out who signed the note. You got to find out who's on the mortgage. You got to find out the title situation. Then you have to find out what they are trying to accomplish. Sometimes what they want, especially nowadays with so many houses underwater, what they want to say, listen, I need you to get me as much time as you can. I've got other plans. We're going to not stay in this place. We want to move somewhere else. We have perhaps a new job opportunity, or we're going to go back to home, if you will, in Georgia somewhere. And so we just need you to get as much time as you want. Okay, I can help that way. Another thing I might say is the foreclosure started, but we're still trying to get a short sale. Can you help us make sure we can get to the short sale before the foreclosure? I tell them, yes, I can. And then some people say, listen, we're desperate. We want to stay here. We're underwater, we know, but we'd like to stay here. We'd like to work a modification. Then you tell them what that takes. You got to have income. You got to be prepared to give them documentation, tax returns, whatnot. With the old idea being that, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, year and a half down the road, some of them 2 years sometimes, you come up to a modification, and hopefully at that modification, you'll end up with a mortgage that you can afford. Oftentimes it's 50% of what the mortgage payment used to be. You might owe a little bit more money because everything gets added to it, but you end up with a lower mortgage payment that you can afford. You can keep your house, and that next mortgage payment you make, the modified payment, that's your first payment the rest of your life. In other words, all kind of things. It all depends on what the client wants, and then from there, I tailor what that I can do for them and what I work toward.
Hey, folks, my name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is 11 Lawyers Radio Show, every Sunday at noon right here on AM 580 and 96.5 News Talk WDBO. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to News Talk WDBO.